Welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Allie Clifton alongside the two Tar Heels, the Hall of Famer Big Game James Worthy, three-time champ himself, Danny Green, Trudell, and, of course, Geeter handling things downtown. Lakers make it 5 in a row. They beat the Clippers by 17, 135-118. Guys, biggest note, obviously, as they just discussed on the broadcast, they're undefeated in group play, which means they advance to the knockout round next week. Stay undefeated in West Group B. Look, Big Game, Lakers-Clippers speaks for itself. You got the ejection at the end with just over 3 to play. We'll look at that from Chris Dunn. You add the cup intensity to it, as we all know. You talked about it downtown with Geeter. Role players, they've impressed you. They did their job tonight. Of course, the big three, they led their way. 99 of the Lakers, 135 points combined between the three of them. A good, solid win for the Lakers.
Yeah. Band of brothers, man. They're hanging in there together, doing it collectively. But what a start, though, by Luka, man. I mean, he lit the whole arena on fire with those threes. The Clippers, you remember all those years, how they used to dominate us for 4 or 5 years? We'd be sitting here like, they used to kick our butt. But, you know, I think now we have a team that can play and can match and defend. And I just thought the role players, as you mentioned, Smart coming down, hitting some big shots, bringing his presence. Hayes stepping in for Ayton with his energy, his rebounding. You know, I just thought collectively, and then LeBron coming in, just kind of seeing what's needed and getting the job done. Of course, we talk about Austin Reeves all the time, but I just think collectively they answered the bell when the Clippers made their charge, and they took care of business in the third and fourth quarter, and here we are talking about the victory.
Yeah, the big three was big three in tonight, the new generation would say. They played really well. I think they shot from 3 very well. That was something they had been struggling in the past few games for sure, and during the season. That was their weakness. And if you got guys like Marcus Smart knocking down threes, but also Bron pulling up from 3 in transition, Luka 5 for 5 to start the game. Austin looked like he had a quiet night. Then that fourth quarter, that second half, he exploded. He got a little angry because they didn't call that goaltend. So, yeah, different guys exploded different moments that gave them a boost. But ultimately, they got the transition. Bron looking more like himself. They got out and running, and they got uncontested shots because of the high IQ play from those 3 guys.
We'll talk about Austin in a minute because you did have your eye on him all night long. He had 2 points in the first quarter. He went 29 over the final 3 quarters.
I was a little disappointed in my shot, my hot shot pick for a second. I wasn't feeling comfortable. And I was like, he's going to have a bad number and still end up with like 20, 25. He ended up with 31, which was very impressive.
You also said Luka would have 37. He had 43.
I did. I was 6
We should have you in more often because it all ended on the positive side.
We've been undefeated since I've been in here.
Danny the Greek. He's protecting everything.
We do start with Luka because, Big Game, you mentioned it. You said the crowd just seems to arrive a little bit more early, and he has something to do with it. His 24 points in the first quarter alone was the most points in a quarter by a Laker since Kobe in 07. Just his ability to get off on the right foot. 43, 13, and 9. He was a rebound shy of a triple-double. But, Big Game, he had shot. We talked about it. 5 of 22 over the last couple of games from 3 tonight, 7 of 12.
Yeah, we were doing our pregame show, and Luka was out there, messing around, shooting threes, and I was like, what's going on? I was like, who walked in? And there was Luka out there. People were just, they're coming early to see him warm up.
You sure it wasn't the Serbian music?
I thought I heard the accordion going a couple times, but yeah, he was fired up, but he's an entertainer, and he's just unguardable. But you don't know what he's going to do. You don't want to foul him. You don't want to get up too close. You don't want to back up. It's just he freezes you, and then he knocks down these threes where he's hitting them. He missed a few. He made his few in the beginning of the game, but I just think this weapon, the ability to have this. I mean, Danny Green used to knock him down like that, too.
No, that's good. When you shoot him from 3 like that, it's going to be a long night. And we talked about before the game, his averages against the Clippers, 35, 9, and 9. He somehow, for some reason, comes alive. And these are great defenders. And Kawhi Leonard ain't no slouch. Chris Dunn ain't no slouch. These guys, Nick Batum, aren't no. But they don't want to foul him. And when he's got his 3 going, again, like Big Game said, he's unstoppable. And tonight he just came out on a heater. And it made the game, the basket big for him and the game looser for everybody else.
You saw right there, third most in NBA history of 35 and at least 10 dimes. It's his 5th 40-point game on the season, but that wasn't all Luka brought to the table tonight. A little feistiness. We talked about the Chris Dunn ejection in case you're just joining us and you missed it.
Extra plates to the Thanksgiving table.
Right, a little spicy, but nonetheless, this is what you like from Luka, just from a competitive standpoint. With over 3 minutes to play, he takes that shove there from Chris Dunn. He wasn't just going to stay down big game.
Nah, you know, Luka is not an instigator, but when you're trying to defend him and he's just continuously busting your ass,
it frustrates defenders.
It pisses you off to the point where you just want to do something to him. So a frustration, and then, you know, he's always got that little smile. He knows he's kicking your butt, but he's not an instigator. So it just it makes you want him to do something. But he won't, and then you just lose it, and that's what happened. Luke's in the game, other guys out.
He pretty much antagonizes guys with his play. He's getting under your skin because he's, you know, all game Chris Dunn is playing his best defense, but he's getting him in foul trouble, knocking down shots, knocking down threes, getting rebounds, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. And then, you know, he's complaining that he's flopping all the time, but that was not a clean box-out play. But I like what Jackson Hayes did. He stepped up for his teammate, you know, covered for him, protected him, let him know, you know, you're not by yourself. So that was a good moment for them collectively to show, like, you know, we're not no chumps, we're not soft, you're not going to come in here and just punk us.
We love when this happens. It's like our Thanksgiving treat. Normally we're waiting on Luka, which we will all day, every day, but instead he's speaking with the media.
Luka, you had the hot start, especially from 3, and then in the second half, what did you see from your teammates kind of to start that fourth quarter, LeBron and AR? You know.
And then let it go. The ref was right there. I don't understand how we couldn't call a foul on that one. But, you know, that's what the game is about. Sometimes going to get physical. There's a lot of trash talking. I live for that, so I love it.
Luka, kind of 2 questions quick. Was the court that the other in-season tournament courts that you've played in, were those slippery as well, or was it specifically this one tonight?
I don't remember. I think it's just new courts, so it's kind of tough to, and it's a lot, playing some games to control, you know.
Yeah. Tonight, really, you know, we've spent a lot of time talking about what it could look like when.
I think we scored 120 points, something like that. But, you know, just trying to read the defense. I know at some point they're going to start blitzing me. So just play out of that. I think Jackson did a great part in playing in the short roll. LeBron was aggressive in the second half. AR was aggressive. And I think we just, you know, we each other pick our momentums and go at it.
Luka, your averages against the Clippers are like your career high. What is it about the Clippers that brings out, I guess, your best?
No, I think we just met a lot of times in the playoffs. They beat me the first 2 times, so I don't know what it is, but I guess I like it.
You guess, Luka.